3. You got to go from there, yeah? What is your name? Just like we're going of it. Emma. Make some noise for Emma, people. You're doing the next one, Thomas, by the way. One apiece. So Emma's going to set it off, make some noise. You're going to give a very warm welcome to the stage first after this section. Is that okay? Yeah. Sound. Emma, do you think? Make some noise, everybody. Welcome to the stage. The first track of the section is absolutely fantastic. This is Debbie.
Good evening. Let me just move this so I don't want to block your view. So it's nice to see anybody. I got dressed up because it was a special night. Put a nice dress on, I've done my face and my hair. Matching underwear. I mean, to be honest, these days I'm more likely to have a medical emergency than Paul. You never know. I'm from a little village outside Manchester. It's really pretty. It's called Rochdale. And I had an idyllic upbringing. I mean, it was wonderful. Underage drinking, smoking, underage sex. I mean, it would have been perfect. But my mum was barking mad. Absolutely crackers. She was totally obsessed with her weight. A yo-yo dieter, and I'll give you an example. 1980, she was the North West Slimmer of the Year. 1981, she was at Face of Greg's. Yeah, and we just used to laugh at her, you know, but it stopped being funny when she became obsessed with me. She had me at Weight Watchers when I was 11. I think that's illegal. You know, like, but it weren't so bad really, because if I lost weight, we stopped at Chippy on way home. But it gave me a complex, you know, I wouldn't wear a bathing suit. And that went on for years and years. And then a couple of years ago, I thought, you know what, you're a grown up, get a grip. And I went swimming. Oh my God, it was wonderful. Life-changing, exhilarating. And you know the best bit were? My tits floated. They were magnificent. Oh, yes. I mean, I know you're looking at me now and you're saying, what's this old bird doing up here? But as we get old, we get grey, we get invisible. And I don't want to fade away. I want to go out screaming and shouting. Hooray! So I've set myself challenges. I've wrote a book. Woo! I've been on the chase. Woo! No, I didn't win, and Bradley Walsh is lovely. I've played live at Glastonbury.
Yeah!
I strung my ukulele in the car park, and I'm having it. But my biggest challenge is I've been married 36 years. Ooh. Yeah, we met and married
keep quiet.
No heckling, shut up. Met and married within a year. He proposed to me at Bobby Ball's nightclub in Rochdale. Got down on one knee at middle at dance floor. And you know what, I was a bit shy then. And I went, yeah, all right. And then when I got home, I thought, I'm not having that. He needs teaching. I have that wedding booked by Monday. I booked a wedding before he sobered up. But you know something, we married until death do us part. I mean, we were just a bit surprised how long it's going on, isn't it? Really? But you know what, I knew we'd never divorce. I knew that we'd never divorce. I mean, we stayed together for children, because neither of us wanted custody of them. It's true. But he does love me. I mean, he almost told me once. And we have little names for each other. He calls me Delightful Deborah. Isn't that lovely? Delightful Deborah.
Deborah.
It's really nice. I call him my sex machine. Oh, no, sorry. I call him a fucking tool. But you know what? I think he's jealous. You know, because like I'm outside my comfort zone. I think he's jealous. I said, you need to do something different. He said, I think I'll be a Morris dancer. I thought, crack on with that then. So he went down to Village Hall and all the Morris men were there. And they like interviewed him. You know, they said, are you free bank holiday Mondays? Do you drink real ale? Have you got an anorak? You know, they let him try the bells on. He did some stamping. They even give him the handkerchief. He said he had amazing wrist action. We know, don't we? And then the main man, said one final question. He said, "Are you circumcised?" The husband said, "Actually, yes, I am." And he slammed the book shut. He said, "What's going on?" He said, "Your application's not been successful." And he said, "What?" He said, "It was going so well." He said, "You don't meet the criteria. You have to be a complete prick to be a Morris." But you know, it changes, doesn't it? We change, he changes. I mean, when I first met him, he had a narrow waist and a broad mind. Things change. But just recently, I felt like he's been socially awoken. He's been really angry with the government, like most people, yeah. Really angry with the government. And it's all because they've reduced the alcohol intake. So they took you 21 units a week down to 14. Yeah, he's done the maths. He's done the maths. That's 7 units a week, 350 units a year, and he says that's about 70 pints. The government has stolen 70 pints, and he's livid, and he's joined a protest group. It's called Men Against Restricted Drinking Institute. Mardy for short. And all them Mardy men are going to march down to London. They are, and they're going to go to number 10 and demand that it's given back to them. And you know what? I'm really quite proud of him. I'm really proud that he's seen a social injustice, that he's seen a wrong that he wants to put right. But then I found out the real reason. Do you know what's ticked him off? Do you know what's pushed him over the edge? He was saving them 70 pints for a stag do in Benidorm. But I mean, I live in a house full of football fans. They all support football teams, so I don't want to feel left out. I mean, I've no interest, but I don't want to feel left out. So every year I pick a team. Now, I did have Liverpool, but do you know that Klopp never had the same pair of glasses? I had a spreadsheet, and every week he had a different pair of glasses on. But then when he had his eyes lasered, it didn't work. And then I tried Wrexham, and it was nothing to do with the celebrities. I used to play Where's Deadpool. And I were really, my PB was 7, and 2 of them were actually in the way end. But this year, I'm going towards Nottingham Forest. Yeah, I'm really feeling it. And it's all since we had this Pope, you know, since the new Pope's come. So every time I see the manager, I'm going to bless him. You know, yeah, I'm going to see if I can do this right now. I'm going to bless him. Nuno Espirito Santo. But there's always something in there, there's always something. I went to the doctor's the other week just for tonsillitis, and she's looking down my throat and she went, I think you could do with a colonoscopy. I thought, how far down can she see? So I went to the hospital, and you know, I'm doing the consent form, and he's telling me all the ways I can die, you know, a happy chap. And then he said, you may experience sexual arousement. What? Oh, so we're getting on with it. So I'm on my left side, and I'm looking at the big screen TV, you know, kind of thinking, I wonder if there's going to be an in-flight movie. It puts the camera up my bum. Has anybody else had a colonoscopy? Yeah, oh, thank God for that. Bit of a pain in the arse, isn't it? So he's got the camera up my bum, and then he says to me, are you all right? And I said, yeah, I'm fine. And I thought to myself, I said, I'm not sexually aroused yet. He said, don't worry about it, dear, I am. But anyway, just finishing off now, I've got a couple of girls, I've got 2 girls, and I gave birth naturally. I mean, if anyone's thinking of giving birth, if you can give birth naturally, do it. But when you leave the hospital, stop and get your credit note. Because when that beautiful little baby you take home becomes a horrible, nasty, smelly teenager, you're going to need to go back to the hospital and pick up that anaesthetic to numb the pain. But yeah, my girls were wild. They were feral. They're not much better now, but they were wild when they were teenagers, I tell you. And there were all this all-night partying. There were drink. There were alcohol. There were drugs. And that was just me to get me through them years. But like now they've got their own kids. You know, they've got their own teenagers. And you know what that's called? Payback. Payback. But I called at my daughter's on the way in and she was screaming and shouting at the oldest granddaughter, telling her to go upstairs and clean the bedroom. The granddaughter runs upstairs and she's back down in 5 minutes. I thought, she's not done that room. So I went upstairs and it was spotless. I'm like, wow. Then I see something poking out from under the bed. She'd pushed everything under the bed. I thought, mother will go mental. I started pulling stuff out. There were a bottle of vodka. She's only 13. I couldn't believe it, she's drinking. Get down further, pull more stuff out. Packet of cigarettes. Smoking. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Then right at the back of the bed, and I had to lie down to pull this stuff out, there were a packet of condoms. I can't believe it. She's got a penis. And on that note, thank you very much. My name's Jenny Hall.